Welcome back, Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic slash non-classic. This is episode number 442 and Doubleshot number 359. Two trades, one Marvel, one IDW. Okay. First up is Black Panther, A Nation Under Our Feet, Book 1. This contains the first, the first four issues of Black Panther Volume 6. Now, I'm thinking, though, first four issues. Why couldn't they just put in the first six? I don't know. This storyline lasted for 11 issues. Though I had issue 12 was the epilogue to this very story. So I'm like, okay, so why in the world would they do that for? I honestly don't have any idea. It's written by Tan Nahashi Kodis. With artwork by Brian Still Freeze. I looked up this guy basically. He's actually a reporter. From what I can tell, he's actually a big fan of Black Panther, and he does the series really well. And just by sheer coincidence, I looked it up. Last year was Black Panther's 50th anniversary, so not a bad idea for a 50th anniversary just to bring back the Black Panther ongoing series, which it has been sometime since the last time there was a Black Panther comic book. The last time there was a Black Panther comic book was the Black Panther was when the numbering series continued from Daredevil was Black Panther the Most Dangerous. Well, Ridge was known as Black Panther Man Without Fear / Most Dangerous Man Alive. That ended 5 years before this book came out. What has Black Panther been doing for the past 5 years? Well, since that book has ended, he popped up in Fantastic Four for a couple issues. And then pretty much hung out in the New Avengers series and popped up as Secret Wars, and he had this book come out a year later. This book basically deals with that this whole book is set in Wakanda. Now, there was 2 spin-offs of this. Both of it have been canceled after only releasing 6 issues. World Wakanda, which I may get that in the future. The other one, of course, is Black Panther and the Crew, which they don't show up in this. They don't show up in this issue. They show up like next thing. Now, I don't really know why they thought it was a good idea to just put in your 4 issues. That's only my major criticism of this trade. It's a gorgeous cover. I gotta praise that. That's actually the cover for the first issue of the series. And they also show up basically 2 of his former bodyguards who become the Midnight Angels. World Wakanda, the first 5 issues, does explain that. Here they just say, oh yeah, you have 2 women who just become lesbians. Yeah. Me, I don't have a problem with it. It's fine. It's something new and fresh thinking for Black Panther. Now, they do throw in here also the first appearance of Black Panther from Fantastic Four and 52 with the second printing of Black Panther Who Is Black Panther. They threw in not only 52 but also 53. So this makes the third Black Panther trade to actually collect the first appearance. I get the reason why they did this because, well, maybe some people didn't read the first appearance of Black Panther, even though they got the who was the Black Panther trade. They're probably like, why would you put this issue here again? Honestly, it makes no sense. Maybe some people didn't get that out of, but yeah. The story of this is that apparently there was this revolution going on in Wakanda. By the way, this actually finishes up with actually book 11. And of course, him getting back together with Storm, which I'm very happy with that. And it's also revealed that the person backing this revolution is Ezekiel Snane, making his, well, even though he did briefly show up in Thor, yeah, this is kind of like his first true appearance since Matt Fraction's run for Iron Man ended. So it has been, prior to show up in here, it had been 4 years since his last appearance. 4 years. As for what the heck he's been up to during that period of time, well, he's got his own company. And he's backing the revolution. Why? I don't know why. He just is. Now here's some interior artwork. It is freaking gorgeous. Now, the question I have is that when in the world do these stories take place? I mean, yeah, he also appears in the pages of Ultimates, and he also appeared in books like Civil War II, and he appeared in Secret Empire. So there might be a couple theories of basically when those books take place. Maybe this book takes place after those particular events. Who knows? But I honestly do not know. It's quite confusing when it comes to Black Panther. I would say the most consistent one currently is Daredevil. Yeah, he's the most consistent one right now. The stories in here are really, really good, and I highly recommend if you've never tried Black Panther before, do try out this, but try his other trades, which they have covers in here of the Christopher Priest collection in the back of this trade, so you can try out those. There's actually a 2-volume set that collects the first volume of the series, done by the late Jack the King Kirby. The problem is they only collect the first 12 issues in 2 trades. The last 3 issues are not in trade. I do not know why, they're just not. Yeah. Also, one thing neat about the Black Panther suit, it doesn't it used to be basically he just pull his mask up and like that. The mask actually has, even though it's known for being laced with technology, I mean, literally it is technology now. Also, they kind of changed up a bit where there's no mention of him being part of Illuminati. That has been taken out. They do bring up that Namor did flood Wakanda. Thanos arrived, and of course there's also the Black Order as well. Yeah, that's still brought up, but instead of basically Thane being oh, here's the lesbians. Yeah, the lesbians. Yep. Queen Sharae, at the end of the first issue, it's revealed that she's in the Amber stuff that Thanos and Prox Midnight were in. Here's kind of the weird thing. Hickman never bothered to explain how they got out of it. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Take a look very closely. The mask is literally technology. Yeah, which is quite ingenious for the writer to do. Make his mask technology. And of course, they also introduced his former teacher, who apparently influenced the revolution, even though he had really nothing to do with it at all. And it's kind of also implied he had a thing for the Queen when he was younger. But who knows? As for how old Black Panther is, my personal guess is he probably is in his 30s. That's just my personal guess anyways. But this is really, really good. I do highly recommend it. I know some people criticize the fact that when this storyline was coming out, that it was just going for too long and become 11 issues. I mean, I was afraid this series might get canceled because, well, Marvel's reputation for canceling books at a very quick period of time. But no, this series, I did a little research, and the first issue came, it was the highest selling book for Marvel in the month of April last year. Yeah. So, this is good. I'm going to give this a 9.5 out of 10. This is really, really good. Excuse me. Next up is Transformers to All Are One. It's actually a name from, I think, from the Transformers theme song from Gen 1, just like how Marmy CI is basically taking from that theme song as well. This collects the first 4 issues of the series. This series currently is only about 10 issues in right now. It just started, I think, just this year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was just recently this series started. No, actually, it started last year. I thought it was this year. My mistake. Simply put, this is the Transformers series set on Cybertron, because there are 3 Transformers books. You have, well, formerly the Transformers book, simply titled Transformers, and later realized Optimus Prime. That's basically about the Transformers on Earth. The Morbid CI and Lost Life book basically is about their adventures in space. This book is all about what goes on the planet Cybertron. And basically, this is also a continuation of the Windblade series. Though the book itself, despite the fact it focuses very heavily on Starscream himself and Windblade, Ironhide himself is in the book, along with Rat Trap. Yeah, that's Rat Trap right there in the corner. Right, that's it. That's Rat Trap. Yeah. It's just basically the goings on, what goes on in Cybertron. Apparently there was a murder, this guy called Onslaught. And they said, okay, if this guy was killed, show us the body. And Starscream really wanted Windblade to investigate this. But here's kind of the weird thing. Her title is City Speaker. And he's the, basically he's the Lord of Cybertron. So apparently she can actually be, she's actually above a position of his. She's called City Speaker because she also can speak to Titans, basically much more bigger Transformers. That's basically what they are. These Transformers are the size of planets. Yeah. But This is also really good. I've been enjoying the series since issue 1. But yes, 10 issues in, this book has just been really, really good. I give this also a 9 out of 10. Despite the fact I'm not really revealing too much, the writing here is done by Malik Reed Scott and Sarah Petradusher. I think it's pronounced it. Yeah, it's the same creative team behind Windblade. Yeah, it's the same exact creative team. Here's some interior artwork. Yeah. But this is good. I'm also going to give this one a 9 out of 10. This is just pure good. If you're a fan of Transformers, I do recommend checking it out, but there's a lot of Transformers books published by IDW over the years. That's just the most recent one. And I've been seeing that some of the Transformers books have been, some of the books that IDW basically related to the Hasbro universe have been ending, but this book is basically not ending anytime soon. I keep thinking, though, after a particular story, that possibly the series might get canceled, but no. The series is still going strong, which, okay, that's actually quite good, the fact that it is, okay? So, that's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which basically will be 2 DC trades. One dealing with Rebirth, the other one dealing with, well, Titan's TV show. And the next episode will be episode 443 and episode and Doubleshot 360. Okay? But until then, I will see you there.